Hi everyone, Pam here from Creative Homescaping. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I post several videos a week on how to creatively manage and decorate your home. Today's video is the first in my personal Just Do It challenge. I'm hosting this challenge for other people here on YouTube as well as you at home to encourage you to declutter and organize, that's the do part of the Just Do It challenge, your home in 2020. And I'm taking it in small chunks, not large things like declutter your kitchen or declutter your garage. I'm going to take little pieces, and today's piece is drop zones. So if you'd like to see my drop zones and how I clean them up, then stay tuned. So in my home, I have two drop zones. The first is used by my husband and myself. This is a door from our garage and it goes straight into our laundry room. And the top of our dryer becomes our drop zone. Some things are supposed to be there and others are not. And then behind the door on this other wall, I have these racks where we put jackets and lunch bags and that sort of thing. You can see I've got some aprons. This all needs to be decluttered too, so I'm considering this drop zone 1. So please ignore these patches on the wall here and on the ceiling. When we replumbed our home a while back, we got most of the painting and patchwork done, all except in our laundry room area. So we still have to do that. We had Venetian plaster on the walls, but I think we're going to paint different color in here and not do the plaster again. So that's it. Okay, so this is the second drop zone in my house. This is by our front door, and this is the door my daughters use when they come in to the house, and it doesn't look too bad. You can see there's still a nutcracker here from Christmas time. A wreath has fallen down. There's some shoes on the floor, some bags over in the corner, some shopping bags here. Sorry about the focus. My camera's having trouble focusing because of the lighting here and the mirror up top, but I do need to do a little bit of straightening up here. So those are the two areas I'm going to tackle. Okay, so one area is done. Now, you may have noticed me tucking this bag back behind the cabinets. That's because my daughters do just drop their shopping bag off there, their grocery bag, when they're done shopping. But there's no reason why it can't sit behind that cabinet until they need it. And then over here, tucked in here, there are some boots and another bag my one daughter uses. I don't mind it because when you come in the door, you don't see it at all. So everything is now nice and orderly. And I will say, you may have seen this little tray here. I did this as a DIY. It was actually a painting, and I have a video on that. So I will link that for you if you haven't seen it. Give me a thumbs up if you think my entryway, declutter and organize, is good. I will do a separate one where I go through this cabinet. That's for a different day though. Okay, see this little bowl? This is a replica of an ancient bowl, and they sell these at the Metropolitan Museum of Art store. My mother had always loved this bowl, and I had given it to her for a birthday or Mother's Day or something. She loved it. So after she passed, I took it, but it's not really my thing. I wanted it because she loved it and I'd given it to her, but I think it's time to let it go. And there's just a little bunch of doodads in here. This is where we stick things that we find in pockets and stuff. There's some safety pins, a rusty paper clip. I think this is a rubber eraser or elastic eraser, but it's all covered in muck and it's hard. So there's just a bunch of stuff in here. It's really trash, so I'm going to trash it and then let the bowl go. Okay, so this next thing is meant to be the place we stick our keys when we come in the door and other things, but it tends to accumulate a bunch of junk in it over time. There's some receipts. Here's a clip from an old garage door opener, I think, but there's nothing attached to it. Here's a pen. This actually belongs up in that little thing that hangs down. So what we do is things that have to hang to dry, we mark with an H on the label, and things that can go in the dryer, we mark with a D. So this I'm going to put back in here right now. And then I'm going to empty this out, get rid of the trash, and then I'll show it to you again. So here's all the stuff I pulled out of that little box. Now it just has our spare keys, sunglasses, and some reading glasses. And there's some things I don't know what they're for. I think this is a fob to a car we no longer have. This obviously came off of something, but I don't know what, as with this. This looks like it's the top to maybe a push button flashlight. I'm going to ask my husband about that, see if he has the bottom of it. And these are keys. I don't know what they go to. This one I think goes to a little tiny padlock, but these I think, I'm not sure what they go to. They're not car keys, even though they have this tag on them. I just stuck them on that. And these are our keys to our freezer. You can see how old this is because there's no Blockbuster videos anymore. I think I'm going to take them and hang them on a hook on the freezer. Here's some old flash drives. They may not even work anymore. I need to see what's on them and then get rid of them, empty them out. And then here's some other keys. I also don't know what they're for. This is some kind of plastic key for something. door ignition. I don't know whose it's for. And then this little key, I have no idea what it's for either. Oops, you couldn't see this. This key and this one. This says it's some kind of ignition key. I'll need to match it up and see if it goes with any of the keys that we have. But these are things I don't know about. I'm going to put them away in a different place because they don't need to be cluttering up this little box. Oh, and there was a button. That's what that little footed dish was supposed to be for, catch things like this. I'm going to go and put this up in my button box. That way it'll be there when I need it. So that's it, and I'll show you the whole thing in a different shot. Okay, here is my laundry room drop zone, all nice and tidy now. The reason I have this little pig here, it's a coin bank, so if we find change in the laundry or someone wants to drop their change in there when they come home, they can. Then if we need change, it'll be there. And then here is the hook rack area. See, it's been all straightened up. So you see a nice neat drop zone when you come in from the garage. Okay, so I found this little bit of trash that I'm getting rid of, and then these two things are donate. One's the footed bowl I showed you, and the other is this white apron. I kept the seasonal aprons and more decorative ones. I really don't use aprons when I cook or clean that much, so I don't have need for this one. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing me declutter my drop zones. I know they will not stay that way for very long, but at least for the time being, it's going to make me happy when I come home to see them a little bit free of clutter. Also, I wanted to mention, go and check out the other people's videos. Hopefully some other people will have joined in this first challenge to declutter their drop zones. I will have the playlist linked above, as I mentioned before, and down in the description box. And if you're new to my channel and you like this sort of thing and you want some inspiration throughout this entire year, weekly chore to do, let's not even say it's a chore, just say weekly goal to declutter a particular area of the home, then why don't you consider subscribing? It's free, doesn't cost you a thing. You can do so by clicking on the icon in the corner of this video or the subscribe button in the description box down below. For those of you who have joined in, I want to thank you. And if you are a subscriber without a YouTube channel, but you are joining in this challenge, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to know if you're getting inspired by this series. I know it's just the first episode, but that if it's giving you some inspiration to just do it and clean out, declutter, and organize your own home. That's it, everyone. I want to thank you all for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next week in our next zone, which I think I'm going to finish up in my laundry room and clean out my laundry supplies. But I'll be posting that on my community tab. So let's all just do it for 2020 and get our home decluttered and organized. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.